Imagine a promise so grand it transcends time, a pact between the divine and mortal. Welcome to Genesis chapter 17. Here we delve into a momentous event where God, in his infinite wisdom, appears to Abram, a man on the cusp of his 100th year. It's here that the life of Abram, a man of faith and devotion, takes a dramatic turn. God, in a divine decree, changes Abram's name to Abraham, a name that signifies father of many nations. This renaming was not a mere change of identity, but a divine affirmation of a promise, a covenant. This covenant was God's commitment to Abraham, a declaration that he would be the progenitor of multitudes, the patriarch of many nations, and that his descendants would inherit the land in which he was a stranger. Thus began a divine pact with Abraham, one that would echo through the ages. Now, what is a pact without a sign, a symbol to represent it? Just as a handshake or a written contract seals an agreement in today's world, so too did God give Abraham a sign of their divine covenant. This sign, my curious learners, was circumcision. This ritual was not a simple act of compliance. Instead, it was a profound symbol of the unbreakable bond between God and Abraham's lineage. This was a sacred ritual, a seal of the commitment made, a physical testament to the spiritual promise bestowed. It was not merely a command to be followed, but an invitation to partake in a divine covenant, a sacred pact that would span generations. From Abraham to Isaac and from Isaac to Jacob, this ritual of circumcision became a cornerstone of their faith, a physical reminder of their spiritual connection with the divine. And so the physical manifestation of the divine covenant was set in motion. But this divine drama wasn't just about Abraham. Sarah too had a role to play. As the narrative unfolds, we find God changing Sarai's name to Sarah, a momentous shift symbolizing a new beginning. Sarah, which means princess in Hebrew, was no longer just Abraham's wife. She was now destined to be the mother of kings. The blessing that followed was nothing short of miraculous. Despite Sarah's advanced years and her barren state, God promised her a son. This was a blessing that defied nature, a testament to the boundless power and grace of the divine. It showed that with God even the impossible becomes possible. The significance of this blessing cannot be overstated. Sarah, who had suffered the pain of childlessness, was now to become the matriarch of countless generations. Her son Isaac would carry forward the divine covenant, ensuring the continuity of God's chosen people. Sarah, once barren, was now promised to be the mother of nations. But what story is without doubts and reassurances? As we delve deeper into Genesis chapter 17, we find Abraham wrestling with doubts. He was old, well beyond the age when men typically become fathers, and the idea of having a son with Sarah, who was also advanced in years, seemed impossible. Yet, in this moment of uncertainty, God reassures him. He doesn't dismiss Abraham's doubts. Instead, he reaffirms his promise, stating that Sarah will indeed bear him a son, a boy whom they will name Isaac. And Isaac, God assures Abraham, will carry on the covenant, becoming the father of many nations. But the reassurances do not end there. God also acknowledges Ishmael, Abraham's son, with Hagar. He promises to bless Ishmael, to make him fruitful, and to multiply him exceedingly. He will be the father of 12 princes, and a great nation will come from him. Even in moments of doubt, the divine promise stood firm. So, what have we learned from Genesis chapter 17? Genesis 17, a chapter rich with divine interaction and human response, brings us face to face with the concept of a covenant. The Almighty makes a covenant with Abraham, promising to make him the father of many nations. This covenant, a divine agreement, is not just a promise, but an enduring commitment, one that would echo through the ages. The sign of this covenant, circumcision, becomes a physical mark of this divine promise. It serves as an outward expression of an inner faith and commitment, a tangible symbol of the spiritual bond. Next, we encounter the divine promise to Sarah. Despite her old age, God assures her that she will bear a son. This promise, seemingly impossible, underscores the power and faithfulness of the divine. Finally, amidst doubts and uncertainties, God reassures Abraham and Sarah. He gives them a glimpse of his plans, reassuring them of his unwavering commitment. Genesis chapter 17, a story of divine promises, human doubts, and a covenant that would shape history.